The real estate agent showing us the house stopped at one room and said, "I'm not legally allowed to open this door, but you should know it exists." My wife and I had been house hunting for 6 months with no luck at all. Everything was either too expensive or too small or too far from work. Then this listing appeared online like magic. A 4-bedroom colonial in our exact price range in the perfect neighborhood. It seemed almost too good to be true. The showing was scheduled for Saturday morning at 10. We arrived early, and the agent was already waiting on the porch with her folder of documents. She was overly cheerful the way all real estate agents seem to be. The house was beautiful inside. Original hardwood floors throughout. Updated kitchen with granite countertops. Huge backyard perfect for the kids we were planning to have someday. Every room was better than the last one. Then we reached the second floor hallway. There were 4 doors. 3 were open, showing bedrooms and a bathroom. The 4th door was closed with a padlock on it that looked brand new. "What's in there?" I asked casually. That's when the agent's cheerful demeanor completely changed. She shifted uncomfortably and looked down at her paperwork, avoiding eye contact. "I'm not legally allowed to open this door, but you should know it exists." "What does that mean exactly?" my wife asked nervously. "I legally have to disclose the room exists, but I cannot open it or show you what's inside. The estate has specific instructions about this particular room." "The estate? Did someone die here?" "I can only tell you what's in my disclosure documents. The previous owner passed away 4 months ago. Natural causes. No crime occurred on this property according to all official records." "Then why can't we see that room?" "The owner's will specifically states that the room must remain locked until the house is sold. Once you purchase the property, the padlock and key become yours to do with as you please." My wife grabbed my arm tightly. This was getting stranger by the minute. "Can you at least tell us what kind of room it is? Bedroom? Storage? Bathroom?" The agent hesitated for a long moment before answering. "According to the floor plans, it was originally built as a nursery with a padlock." My wife and I exchanged worried glances with each other. "Why is the price so low?" I asked directly. "The estate wants a quick sale. The family has instructed me to accept any reasonable offer." We left the showing with more questions than answers. That night I couldn't stop thinking about the locked room. I searched online for any information about the previous owner. His name was listed in property records. He'd owned the house for 42 years and lived alone for the last 30. His wife had died in 1995. No children were listed in any of the records. I dug deeper into old newspaper archives from the area. That's when I found it. A small article from 1994. A baby had gone missing from the neighborhood. Never found. The investigation went cold after 6 months. The parents moved away. The case was eventually forgotten by everyone. The address listed for where the baby lived was 2 houses down from the property we just toured. I showed my wife what I'd found that night. "You think there's something in that room connected to this missing baby?" "I think a man lived alone for 30 years in a house with a padlocked nursery. I think he watched that investigation happen from his front porch, and I think we need to call the police before we do anything else." The detectives arrived the next morning with a warrant. They cut the padlock while we watched from across the street with our hearts pounding. The agent was there too, looking terrified about what they might find inside. The door opened, and the detectives went inside the room. For several minutes, nothing happened, and we heard nothing at all. Then one of them came back outside and made a phone call. More police cars arrived. Then an ambulance, even though no sirens were on. Then news vans from 3 different local stations. They carried out boxes of evidence for hours. Files, photographs, personal items that hadn't seen daylight in decades. The detective found me standing on the sidewalk watching everything unfold. "You did a good thing calling us about this today," he said quietly. "The previous owner kept meticulous records of everything he did. We're reopening 6 cold cases because of what you found in that room." I never found out exactly what was in those boxes. I didn't want to know the specific details, honestly. We didn't buy that house, obviously. But sometimes I drive past it and wonder about all the secrets that house kept for 30 years. And I wonder how many other houses have rooms that nobody is allowed to open.